Notre Dame football recruiting fans, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad Heasby, and today I am previewing the next month, which is April, and recapping last month, which was February. So, ND hosted a major visitor these past few days. That was Dante Moore. We're about to watch his highlights here in a second, but they also hosted guys like Braylon James for the first time. Jaden Osbury made his way to South Bend for the first time since June when he came up with his brother Austin. Bunch of 2024 guys made it into campus. So it was a pretty notable month. Nobody committed, but still, Notre Dame definitely had a positive month on the recruiting trail. So looking ahead towards next month, you're definitely expecting some commits. Nobody committed in February, which was kind of surprising to tell you the truth. Some notable names that I thought could have ended the month committed to the Irish were guys like Braylon James, Christian Gray, one of the offensive linemen, whether that be Sullivan Absher, Charles Jagish, Jalen Lamar, but I do think he'll be committed by the end of April. He's returning to Notre Dame for the spring game on the 23rd. He'll spend the weekend in South Bend, making the trek from Washington, which is a pretty big deal. So we'll see what happens in this next month, but I'm definitely expecting. I'll set the unofficial over/under at 2.5, and I definitely expect at least more than half of those guys that end up committed by the end of the month to be on the offensive side of the ball. Now, the big news everyone wants to talk about is Dante Moore. I'll talk about him. He made it to campus February 28th and 29th, which was just a few days ago. I am filming this on February the 31st. Dante Moore will be taking officials. I expect him to hit up LSU again. Expect him at Oregon, maybe back at Michigan. He might be at Ohio State today. I haven't had confirmation if he's actually in Columbus or not. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, at this point, I still like the Irish. Him taking officials is definitely not positive. I'm just going to be frank. But hey, I still really like the Irish here. I'm riding with them. They've definitely built a pretty substantial lead in this recruitment. Michigan, I don't really think is as big of a contender as people want to think. They're definitely up there. I think they're in the top 4, but I think Oregon and LSU are in better spots than they're at this current time. But watch out for Oregon. Watch out for the Tigers. They're definitely not out of it, and that's definitely not a stretch either. They're definitely not out of it, and people need to be worried about them. But at the end of the day, I think ND gets this one done probably in May or June, if I had to guess. All right, 2024 guys. Notre Dame had their Pot of Gold Day on St. Paddy's Day, March the 17th. Offered a ton of new kids. Eli Bowen, younger brother of Peyton Bowen, current 2023 safety commit, was offered. He's a corner. Had a very, very good junior season. Picked the ball off 10 times. Had probably one of the most competitive leagues in all of high school football in Texas. He's a terrific player. Guys like Peter Jones from Pennsylvania got offered. If I could put a pick in, I would put one in for him. I'm very confident he ends up in South Bend. And then Julian Sayin scheduling a visit for this next month. CJ Carr will probably get on campus sometime before the spring ends too. Those are the big quarterback news in 2024. They haven't really offered any 2024 guys recently. Adrian Pose from Christopher Columbus High School, teammates with Cedric Irvin. He will be a guy to watch. Shaden Davis is another one of those 24 quarterback offers. I expect him probably at like Clemson or Bama, Georgia, Ohio State. There's some talk of him possibly reclassifying. That's it for 2024 quarterback names. I know I haven't touched on that nearly enough. That's very important. But right now, if I had to guess, I'm riding with Julian Sayin. But CJ Carr is an absolute stud, and I think Tommy Reese likes him more than Sayin, at least right now. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know what else I can really touch on. March was a good month for Notre Dame football, though. You have to think it was a positive month. You got a bunch of guys on campus you were trying to get on campus. You have a ton of guys coming for the spring game and all of those festivities. And then you got Dante Moore on campus at the end of the month. So it was kind of quiet compared to other schools, but April will be wild. And when I do this video next, there should definitely be some more commits on the commit list. And I definitely would not be surprised if there's a commit in the 2024 class by the time I do this video next as well. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you see. Comment if you have any questions that are named football recruiting related, and I will see you guys next time.